Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a bunch of different topics, mainly going to be talking about the release of a DC TV show in the UK, and also we're going to be talking about a Disney movie that is a bit of a funny crossover that could have happened. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. Okay, so this is a bit of a news roundup video. I do these occasionally when, you know, there's not like one huge topic that we have to talk about, but there is like 2-3 topics that I want to get to. And so we got 3 topics in this video. As I said, the first one is to do with DC TV. The second one has links between The Flash and also Disney, so that's a strange crossover that we have to talk about in terms of a film. And then towards the end of the video we got a couple of interview quotes that I want to break down from the cast of a Superman TV show. So for now, let's go ahead and get into the first main topic. This is coming from Deadline. Again, link as always will be in the description below to all of these articles. And so they have officially confirmed that the Penguin has been picked up by Sky in the UK for release. Now in America, for those of you guys watching and you're based in America, you guys don't have to worry about this, but just bear with me for a couple of minutes and we'll get on to the next topic. But basically, Sky has swooped in for the HBO Max series The Penguin, which is obviously a spin-off off of the Batman, and that is because Max doesn't exist in the UK. There is no such thing as HBO in the UK at all, whether it's Max or just HBO. So Warner Brothers has no like streaming service over here, no proper platform, so they always sell their TV shows to different networks and different streamers, and Sky is a streamer here in the UK. And basically this is where most of Warner Brothers content actually goes. They go to Sky normally, so this comes as no surprise. And let's read through the article about what day is going to come out. Is it going to be delayed, or is it going to come out on the same day as it does in the US? Well, it's been revealed here that The Penguin will air day and date with the pay TV network in the UK, Ireland, Germany, Switzerland, Austria and Italy, in one of Sky's biggest deal in recent months that was struck during LA screening. So there you have it. It's going to be releasing on the same day as the US release. So this is really good news for us in the UK who want to watch it. Same for those in Ireland, Germany, Switzerland, Austria and Italy. That means we're all going to get access to it if you have Sky. Now obviously that's a big if, because it is a very expensive streaming service here in the UK. So yeah, if we have access to it, that's really good, but if not, you know, that's a shame. That's why I like Superman Lois airing on BBC here, because, you know, anyone can just watch it. But yeah, launching later this year on Max, The Penguin sees Colin Farrell reprise his role as the gangster from the Batman film, and it's going to be coming to Max this fall. At the same time, it's going to be airing on Sky Atlantic in the UK and around Europe. So we don't have an official release date as to exactly when in the fall this is coming out, but they're adding it to their roster here, and then obviously for those of you Americans, just going to be on Max as usual. But yeah, that's the news. And I do have to say, I really hope Warner Brothers in the next few years considers releasing HBO and Max here in the UK and in Europe. Like, I know in Europe there is HBO Go, so you do kind of have access to some of HBO and Warner Brothers catalogs, but here in the UK it's just really bad. And I really hope that they start to realize there's a big audience here, guys. Like, we're normally, in terms of box office, like, you know, up there, and we stream a lot, we watch a lot, and I think they would do good numbers here. Obviously we don't have the population that the US has, or maybe China has, or some other big countries out there, but I do think we have a valuable market, and so I do think we've been really missing out on that. And that's why they always sell their projects, their TV shows specifically, to places like Sky. That is quite honestly not very accessible for everyone here. But yeah, that is just a little complaint towards the end of that news bit. But let's move on to the next topic. So this is an interesting article from Fandom Wire, and this is titled "Disney Can Easily Resurrect Its Other $86 Million Superhero Franchise Plans with the Flash Actor as Marvel's Machine fails. So obviously that is a strong statement saying that the MCU is failing. I don't think it's failing at all. Yeah, it's taken a little dip, but it's definitely not dead and it's not failing right now. But yeah, this is an interesting kind of crossover that I wanted to discuss, because they say while the Marvel side of things struggles to hold on to a strong footing, Disney can go back to develop one of their other franchises in the superhero genre. One of the films that the studio can revive as a major franchise would be the 2005 film Sky High. It was directed by Kung Fu Panda director Mike Mitchell, and it also starred the Flash star Daniel Panabaker in one of the lead roles. Now, Mitchell recently revealed that Disney had plans to develop a sequel film and a spin-off series in the Sky High universe earlier. He even fleshed out concepts for a sequel and shared that he was still interested in working on the project. So, Fandom Wire is proclaiming that they could revive Sky High despite it not being a box office success, and maybe use its cult status to kind of grow the film and grow the audience, and that could replace the MCU. I think that is a super strong statement. Definitely Sky High doesn't have that audience. Yeah, there's fans of it, and I know lots of people who are fans of Danielle Panabaker from The Flash would love to see her return as that character, but it's definitely not going to be as big as the MCU. Like, nothing is going to be as big as the MCU. Like, DC have been struggling for such a long time. That's why they're doing this new universe, to try and actually make their cinematic universe kick off. And so, yeah, even though this project would be great to see come to fruition, I would love to see a spin-off TV show or a spin-off movie that would follow on from the original film. Yeah, it's probably unlikely to happen, but basically the director of the film came up with an idea of actually bringing back some of the original cast members who are now really big. So he says all the original kids would come back again, including cousin Greg. That was one of his first films. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Royal Pain would return. Kurt Russell would have to be back as well. We figured all the kids are now grown up, and they're all university teachers at the same place called Save You, which is a funny twist. You just take all that fun and we bring it from the high school into the college years. It would be such a blast, according to the director. And so yeah, apparently they think Sky High could be, you know, like some sort of remedy, a kind of new taste of a different universe that is run by Disney. But yeah, Danielle Panabaker, obviously we are fans of her from The Flash. Would be great to see her return, but I just don't really see this happening, because even though it has cult status and it is very popular, I don't think it's going to be any sort of big replacement in terms of trying to get the audience involved and trying to, you know, outdo Marvel. There is no comparison there, and I'm sorry to say that. I'm not trying to diss on Fandom Wire or something like that. Obviously I respect what they're writing, and it's fair enough that they want to make a comparison because it's Disney involved and it's Danielle Panabaker, and obviously she's been part of a very successful universe in terms of the Arrowverse, and I like the comparison. That's why I wanted to talk about it. I liked, you know, the fact that this Disney project is getting interest and people want to see it happen, and it's Danielle Panabaker involved. So yeah, let's move on to our final main topic. This is coming from Cinema Blend. Again, the link will be in the description below to all these articles. And so this one's got a long title, but it's basically to do with the Superman movie that's coming, directed by James Gunn. And they actually were able to talk to the My Adventures with Superman cast and crew, and they've told them what they're looking forward to in the new film from James Gunn. Now, I wanted to discuss this and go over some of the quotes because I think it's interesting to get a perspective from, you know, some of the other filmmakers and the other actors who are involved in these DC projects, and see what their opinion is about the new DC universe that they're trying to build with DC Studios. And so the question was, what are they looking forward to in the Superman film? And he said, and this is one of the creators of the show, Clark Kent at the Daily Planet. That's the one thing I miss the most, which is fair enough because we haven't really seen that. Because if you look at Superman Lois, he's not in Metropolis, they live in Smallville. He's at the Smallville Gazette rather than Daily Planet, so fair enough that that's been away for a decent amount of time, I guess, since Henry Cavill's Superman. So yeah, seeing him back is going to be good. And then we got another quote and this is from Josie Campbell, one of the other showrunners. She said, "I think Rachel Brosnahan is such a good casting as Lois. My hope is that Lois gets almost as big a spotlight or as big a spotlight as Clark/Superman. She's fantastic. I really hope she's as big a deal, but I don't think she's going to be as big a deal as Superman Lois' Lois, because she's literally in the title, and the title of the film is Superman. So I think Superman naturally is going to get more time, but definitely Rachel Brosnahan is going to get a lot of screen time and be very, very important to the film." So the next quote is from the other showrunner, Jake Wyatt, and he is quoted as saying, "I've been excited to see her in the promo, being like as the co-lead. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to those two. I'm excited for Clark Kent and Lois Lane specifically." Obviously that's kind of a no-brainer. I feel like that's what everyone's excited about. But he says, "People got mad at us because they're one of America's greatest screen romances. They're one of pop culture's greatest couples. So that is what I'm most excited for, to see that on screen. She's so good. The Lois casting is unbelievable. David Corenswet, so handsome. I'm excited to see them love each other and get torn apart dramatically." So yeah, he's clearly into that kind of relationship stuff. But talking to actors Ishmael Saeed and Alice Lee, they said, "I'm open to anything." Obviously throughout the years we've seen many different iterations of Superman, Jimmy, Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, and all these fun characters and villains. I guess he's talking about, you know, Supergirl, talking about Superman Lois, talking about all the other past shows, the other past films like Man of Steel. So I'm curious and open to seeing how these actors portray these characters, because everybody throughout the years has brought themselves to all these DC characters. So I'm just excited for Gunn's vision for Superman. So yeah, that is their opinion on that. So very, very interesting, because I kind of agree. And now Alice actually said, "Yeah, me too. I'm just as excited to see what iteration, what vibe it's got to be, because it could be like any different version. Like, I think what they did on Supergirl was super special, but also Superman Lois is very special, and obviously the past Supermans, they have their own place in the mantle of DC's history." And they go on to say Rachel Brosnahan is awesome, so everyone's very complimentary of her. So I'm sure she's gonna bring baddie vibes to Lois as usual. And so that rounds up the end of the My Adventures with Superman cast and crew, giving their thoughts and opinions on this new project. So really looking forward to seeing Superman, and I hope you guys enjoyed this news roundup video. Sorry that it was kind of split into three, but you know, that's just the type of video that this is. But for now, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. It would really help this video get out there. Also subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. But for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.